Alrighty, everyone, welcome to round number one of the Xtreme iRacing Series Daytona 250 here tonight. Round one of 38. We'll get it kicked off over 250 miles here tonight at Daytona International Speedway. Warm up, well, they got about 5 minutes left of practice here tonight before we go green flag racing for the Daytona 250. After last week's really interesting dual races, well, now we get to go 250 miles here tonight. Field out there at practicing. You see the 58 right there on track. He'll be starting, I believe, P2 on the grid here tonight as we get ready to go winning one of his duels last week. And while we've seen that 58 machine, let's take a look at our outside pole sitter here tonight. Outside pole sitter, you got Jared excuse me, Taylor there out of Los Angeles, California. He'll be driving that number 58 CN UNC Charlotte machine here tonight. And let's see if we can get a word in with Jared here before we go much further. 5 minutes to go in practice here tonight. So let's talk to Jared right quick to see what his thoughts are going into Daytona here tonight. See if we can grab Jared down here. You guys might muted, hopefully you can hear us. Get him down here in the broadcast booth. Hey Jared, Matt in the booth, you got a copy of it, buddy?
Hello, can you hear me?
Hey man, I got a copy on you. How's the weather out there in Los Angeles right now, buddy?
It's nice. It's like 65, 70 degrees. Not too bad. Not too hot, not too cold. I know for a lot of parts around the country, it's probably pretty warm right now, so I'm not complaining.
Well, I'll tell you what, take that 68 degree weather and just send me a little bit my way. How about that?
I'll try and do that.
All right, man. Well, let's talk about tonight's race. You're about 4 minutes away from racing here tonight. Of course, driving that number 58 machine. What do you expect to get out of tonight? What are you trying to do? Of course, great running the duel last week. Now you got to go 250 miles here tonight.
Big thing's gonna be staying out of trouble. Like, it's Daytona. If you can stay out of trouble, I think you're gonna have a shot at the end of the thing. But yeah, if I can stay out of trouble, whether that's being out front in that first place car or, just chilling in the back behind everyone and just letting everyone wreck themselves first, whichever way, I'm gonna wait and see which way to go.
I tell you what, you only got one fast repair to here tonight, so guys don't have a lot of time here to fix that race car if they do get themselves in trouble. So that may be the plan. Go to the back, let that UNC Charlotte machine just ride back there in the back for a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad idea.
Alrighty, Jared. Well, best of luck going forward here tonight. Enjoy that 68 degree weather out there in Los Angeles, and we'll see you hopefully in victory lane at the end of the night.
Thank you. Have a good one. All
right. There you go, guys. Starting outside row number one. I hope you enjoyed that little graphic on screen there. Let me know if you liked it. We'll work on getting some more going for a couple of the other guys. But there you have it. Jared going to be rolling near the front after a really nice duel last week. We'll come back live here, 2 minutes left. Now let's take a look at where everyone will be starting here tonight in the duels. Of course, I'll give you your official lineup here in a moment. But right now, we're going to take a quick glance, preview of where everybody should be starting here in the Daytona 500. So, of course, row number one, Weaver getting the pole here tonight. We'll grab him, talk to him in a moment. But Weaver on pole, of course, Jared, we just talked to him on the outside. Ruff and Rush there in row two. Hall back there, scheduled row number three. But I want to stop us there at Hall for a moment. Found out earlier today through the Discord chat that one of his family members was not doing so well, and David Hall may not make this race here tonight. Hopefully they get to feeling better. David, thoughts and prayers are with you and your wife here. Hope she gets to doing better and you get back out here with us. So David Hall, if you get to see this, buddy, thoughts are with you. Qualified fourth here tonight. Not going to make the show, but for a really, really good reason here. So hopefully his season, when we actually get going there next week, and he can make his return and kind of make up points wise and have a great night. But as we're a minute away here from the actual race, Royal outside row 4, Miller inside. We're going to quickly grab a Weaver. We ain't got a lot of time. But we're going to grab Weaver right quick. Hey, Joe, Matt up here in the booth real quick. You got a copy? Hey, Joe, it's Matt in the booth. You got a copy of it, buddy?
Yeah, I got you.
Alrighty, man. Well, you did good in your duel last week. You're starting on pole here tonight. What's your plan here with that number 22 ride?
Hope we can make some friends here, and like I said, try to just sit here and ride and get to the end and see what happens here.
And Florida, man, well, I tell you what, that 22 looked sharp last week. Hope to see the same thing for you this week, buddy.
Thank you. That's like I said, plan is get to the end, and like I said, just see how it falls through here.
Alrighty, man. Well, I'm going to let you go. You got about 33 seconds left. Good luck here tonight, buddy.
All right. Thanks, sir.
Joe Weaver out there as well as we get ready to go. Green flag racing. Here in just a moment, folks. We're about done here with pre-race. We'll get them underway here in just a moment. 13 seconds away, and we'll get this one underway tonight. All right, here we go. Gridding them up here on the front straightaway. We'll get ready to go take a look at that starting grid officially here tonight for the Daytona 250 round number 1 for the Xtreme iRacing NASCAR Series. Boy, oh boy, round number 1 here tonight, 250 miles. And let's meet our starting lineup here for the Daytona 250. Joe Weaver, of course, on that pole. We'll get them all gridded up in just a moment, but we're going to take a look at your starting lineup. We're going to let everybody get gridded up first. That way everything's accurate here. So we're going to wait just a minute because I got a little different system here planned tonight. And what should be a fun evening of racing here for everyone involved. Joe Weaver, of course, hopping up there. Joe in that number 22. We just talked to him. He'll roll from that pole position here tonight at Daytona International Speedway. Let's go for the chopper cam here and let's take a look now as we're all getting gridded in. Here is your starting lineup for the Daytona 250, the Xtreme iRacing Series. Joe out there in that 22, Jared to his outside, of course, out of Los Angeles. We talked to him. That's row number 1. Row number 2 starting here tonight is going to be Calvin and Matthew. Row number 3, whenever we get to it here. We're going to look at row number 3 in just a moment. Our live grid there kind of froze, but that's the top 4 as everybody's getting up to speed here. And again, we'll get them fired up here in just a moment. Here, getting ready to roll here at Daytona International Speedway. And again, what is going to be a 250-mile affair here tonight. 250 miles, that's going to be the race distance here tonight. Pace car is about off here this evening. And we'll get it all fired back up. And actually, we're going to go ahead and if we can get the work for us as we're getting ready to go green here. We will get ready to go green here tonight in the Daytona 250 here for the Xtreme iRacing Series here this evening. Here we go. Field coming off of turn number 4. Getting ready to go green flag here tonight. Here we go, field off of turn 4, getting ready to go green for the first time here tonight. And everybody is green. We are away here at Daytona International Speedway in the Daytona 250 here for the Xtreme iRacing Series, and we'll get the overlay back to you here as soon as possible. But we are away here tonight, and you see the field off into 1 and 2, fighting down through 1 and 2 right now. Now everybody hanging on, great run up front. You see both side lanes even right now down the back straightaway. Everybody doing a good job keeping it up front right now. Not doing anything too awful crazy at the moment through turns 1 and 2 right now. Fighting their way through. These guys doing a great job here tonight. Folks, we're going to step away just a moment, get your overlay back up to you. And when we come back, we'll be live here at Daytona in just a moment. Alright, back here once again. We're still underway here tonight. You see up front the field working their way down. Lap number 2 on the board already here tonight. You see Weaver has taken over the race lead. Sorry about that. Had a little issue with the overlay there for a moment, but right now everybody hanging on. Lap number 3 on the board. Weaver leads. That's Joe Weaver, Calvin right there in second. 58 there we talked to, pre-race setting in third. Top lane right now in front of the 11 of Matthew. Matthew giving a big shove down the back straightaway again here. You got a long way to go. You got to keep that in mind here if you're these drivers here tonight. You don't want to get yourself in trouble here with 118 laps to go. You got a really long way. You got to take care of this car for another 118 laps here tonight. That's exactly what they're doing right now. Taking care of the car, trying to keep it underneath of them for the next 119 laps here on Xtreme TV. But it's fighting their way through single file right now. And again, great racing action up front. But again, you just want to make sure you don't get yourself in trouble here. That's something you don't want to do, is get yourself into trouble. Now the outside lane starting to move forward. Right there, the 112 now leading that outside lane of rough on the top side. These guys, AC up front. Again, pole sitter out in the race lead. That is Joe Weaver continuing to lead in the Texaco Halloween machine. In that inside lane, you got James back there as well. We'll hop on board with James right here in the 38 in just a moment. Everybody side by side right here over the first little bit. So is Jared right there in the mix. Halfway down the back, Jared right on the back bumper. Grabbing Tires Services 122 of Rough, working that outside with line with Jared right there behind him. We'll jump on board looking backwards from James's machine. Everybody nice and tight here through the first of this pack. What is 5 of 120 complete here tonight from Daytona International Speedway. And these guys putting on a show early on. Expecting nothing less from them, and they're doing it right now as they continue to run right now. No, as we got the run continuing here tonight, these guys putting on a heck of a show. The 112 steps out just a little bit over out in front of everyone else. And that's exactly what we're doing. Continuing to run here. As everybody hangs on right now. 7 of the 120 to complete the inside lane. Kind of prevailing right now early on. Taking a look at Matthew Fleming back here in mid-pack. 7 of the 120 complete here. Fleming halfway back here in the back. Alvin Ruff leads now, has taken over the race lead. Our pole sitter, Joe Weaver, dropped back a spot. He's in second with James right there as well. And look to your outside, that's Jared, your outside pole sitter, still inside the top 10. It's lap number 8, 16 miles goes on the board this time by. And these guys putting on a show here tonight for you to open up the year for the Xtreme iRacing Series. And right now up front, the 112 going to poke out ahead. And that 112 will poke out. Nice job. As we fight Bruce, Calvin Ruff. Ooh, the 58 dropping back. Jared saying, nope, I want out of here. I'm going to fall backwards. And that's exactly what he has done. So move Jared back in the 58. He'll drop a good 5, 6, 7 spots now, going to 9th over, or 13th overall, working his way back through the pack. Phillip, though, one guy not dropping back is Ye to Phillip. He's going to work his way to the bottom now of Jared. Great move in the 8 machine. Calvin Ruff out front. Joe Weaver leads this way, or leads P2 in the 22 machine. Great run for him tonight. The 112 up there, Ruff in front of him. Casey there as well. All these guys doing a great job early on here at Daytona International Speedway, the Xtreme iRacing Series, Daytona 250. With what will be 10 on the board this time by. So 10 on the board this time by from Daytona International Speedway. Cars trying to work their way in and out. There is Kevin, Robert, Art back here as well in the 27. Harold and James, Matthew, J.R. Miller in the mix also here. So J.R. Miller right here in the mix in that number 78 machine. Beautiful looking stars and stripes painted race, or stars and stripes painted the theme on that paint scheme. Beautiful race car, I have to say, as we work lap number 10 here tonight. So 10 in of the basically 20 miles in right here from Daytona International Speedway. Up front leads Joe Weaver right now. Guys, we have one faster car from this field here tonight. And again, everybody's doing a pretty good job of taking care of their equipment. They know it's a long race. It's 250 miles at Daytona. And as we have seen both in real life and virtual world, you don't want to get in a situation where you're taking yourself out early. Unfortunately, one car already listed as out, and that's Clinton, the 82, already out of this event. So we're going to have 26 cars left running. Meanwhile, race leader Calvin now leads in the 112 machine. Really surprising how this has turned out, right? I mean, it's been a heck of a night already. These guys keeping it clean early. And right now it's the same thing right here. 12 of 120 complete outside the line. Got a little bit of run coming. Actually, a little bit more than a bit. Look at that run. The 31 leading the charge. Casey up there on the top side looking for it. As we run right now, Casey's going to be just about to the front of the pack. Now that outside loses its momentum will drop back here. A little bit dropping momentum. They'll stack back up. 12 of 120 complete. One car below the apron. Who was that? That was Joe there that got below the apron for a split second. And right now, everybody up front taking care of one another, racing towards what will be the first green flag stop around a lap 35 to 40 here tonight. Then my green flag stops will come about lap 35, 40. Here we've seen it in the duels the other night, green flag stop. We're looking at the same thing tonight here at Daytona. in the actual Daytona 250 here. And again, race 1 of the 38 race schedule here, brought to you each and every week here on Xtreme IRACING. Let's drop back in the pack. We're going to hop on board with the 66. Cole Thomas right here, having a pretty smooth run here tonight. 14 and 120 in the books. Cole Thomas hanging on. And folks, let's go first crank it up of the evening here. We'll be right back here at Daytona International Speedway. Alrighty, back once again here at the Daytona International Speedway one more time. Everybody's still keeping it pretty clean up front. It's Joe leading in the 2022 Havoline machine. Matthew Fleming right there in second. They're going to start kind of get single file, check themselves out. Again, we have went, folks. What is 17 of the 120 complete here tonight? Completely green flag. So we're going to be roughly 40 miles in to this event here. Daytona 120 here tonight for the Xtreme iRacing Series here at Daytona International Speedway. And right now we continue to run the front of the pack here is going to be Joe Weaver. And started on pole, has kept the car up there. The 88 working his way through. Matthew Fleming there in the beer nut machine. The 112 of Calvin Ruff and Casey right here in fourth in the 31. Here comes the 32 of Kevin as well, having a great run here tonight. Again, only 18 laps complete, but we've been green and mean all the way through. First 18, now 19 laps, and we got a car kind of up there on the outside lane all by their lonesome. That is the 48 of Robert Fitzpatrick Sr. kind of up there on his own in the Ally Financial 48. Nowhere to go, no help. He'll just sit there and ride for now. Definitely has no help right now as we're 19 complete here tonight. The 19 complete single file starting to get the train going here. No surprise. Guys really doing a great job of taking care of their equipment here tonight. Single file with 20 on the board. And I'm going to estimate we're somewhere around 10 or so laps away from the first round of green flag stops here. Now the 9 peaks to the inside. That'll be the 66 of Cole Thomas. Cole Thomas right there in front of him those guys immediately getting back in the line. So Joe leads. Pole sitter out front, the 88 of Matthew Fleming, Calvin Ruff, Casey, Kevin, Harold, Robert Fitzpatrick Jr., Rusty, Phillip, all these guys up near the front. They know what they're doing. They're just trying to take care of their equipment, knowing it's going to be a long race, knowing you got to go 120 laps here tonight. So right now is 9 laps ticks away here. Taking a look back at Jared. He fell back in the UNC Charlotte machine pretty far. That number 58, riding right behind the 24 of Austin Johnston. So great run for Austin as well in that beautiful 24. Jeff Gordon inspired paint scheme. Of course, right in front of him, it would be Clayton and Willie Yates. Willie Yates there in the 9. Right now running in the 16th position. And here we go. First group coming down. 21 complete. And on cue, here we go. 22 on the board. Everyone coming down. The first pack of cars, including that 38. The Robert Fitzpatrick Sr. on pit road. One car having to back up. That 38 going to lock his brakes up. Now we'll see. Will it be Joe Warren here leading the field down? Or Joe leading the field down here for lap number 2, possibly around the stops. Coming out of Joe as well. Joe out of turn number 4. Ducks below the yellow line. Here they come. Most of the front pack coming down. Everybody taking their time. Couple of brake lockups, but nothing too crazy. Over the first round of stops, more cars coming in. Got Taylor right there in the 16. And it looks like we're going to cycle through the first round of stops with no major incidents. Wouldn't you look at that? Who won the pony on this one? Everyone keeping it clean. And we'll see where they come back out and see if Joe will be able to hold this race lead. When they exit 22 laps complete, that puts our next fuel mileage stop somewhere around lap 44-ish. And everyone out. Phillip up there in the 8. Joe losing a ton of time, though, on pit road. What happened with Joe Weaver? Weaver lost a ton on pit road, and he is still sitting there. What is going on with Joe Weaver? Something wrong here in the Joe Weaver camp. After starting on the pole, now Weaver going to roll. What in the world happened to Joe Weaver? Let's go back and take a look here. Man, comes on to pit road. Everything looks normal. And he's going to hit his box. And Weaver just, what happened? Hit his box and everything seems fine. Goes up for 2. Goes down. Here comes the 4 tire change. The lefts will get ready, and the lefts never go up. What in the world? And look at all the cars going by Joe as he's just helpless sitting there. Can't get out of the box. Something happened here. Still sitting there on the replay here. Trying to see exactly what happened. And I'm unsure what happened to that 22. But it is going to cost him big time. And they never did put the other side tires on the race car. No, never did. So there you go. Weaver in big trouble back here in 23rd. Man, oh man. So your pole sitter here tonight going to drop all the way to 23rd after your first round of stops. And leading the way is the Cole Thomas, number 66 of Microsoft Machine leads. Or excuse me, up in 10th, not leading. Excuse me about that. It's actually going to be Rusty leading. in that beautiful 6 machine. James in second in the 38, single file. Working our way by some lap traffic here. That lap traffic to 75 back there, 1 lap down, and would be the first car 1 lap down. Now Joe is halfway down the back straightaway, and look at your race leader, Rusty. There they are. Joe is going to go from leading this race to 1 lap down. You see the 82-17 combination. Those two are the next cars to go a lap down as well. So there you go. That is what we're looking at here. All right, here we go. Everybody double file down the back once again. Jared, Kaylor, and Calvin Ruff there. Kevin there as well in the 32. Everybody double file right now. 27 on 120 complete. The 27 on 120 in the books here from Daytona. 250 miler here tonight. And man, oh man, our pole sitter got juked on pit road, and it is going to cost him. But the caution is out. Exactly what Joe Weaver wanted to see. Caution on the racetrack. We'll try to find out what it's for exactly. The yellow is out. First one of the night here at lap 28. Maybe we can get a word in with Weaver and see what actually happened. If we can figure out what brought this caution out here, though. 28 of the 120 complete. First caution of the night here. Kind of unsure here of what brought it out. Let's see if we can find out. We're looking. As we look here. Not sure what the yellow was actually for. Everybody was kind of spread out around the racetrack. Ooh, it's the 9. What happened to the 9 there of Willie Yates? That could very well be what brought the caution out. There's 3 wide back here, the 1, the 63, and the 9. 30 laps complete. Oh, just a little bit of contact there. 2 cars in the outside wall. The 9 tries to gather it up and just never gets it caught. The end. We're going to wait and you'll see the lights come on. That will be what is actually the cause of the first caution. Everybody going to slow down here. We'll wait for everybody to get caught up here. The 58 leads here now. Under the first yellow of the night. See if everybody comes back down. They're roughly not quite halfway through a stint, but I think everybody will come down here right at the moment. Jared definitely coming down. He'll bring some more with him. So we're about 60 miles into this race. And the lucky break of the night has to go to your pole sitter who lost a ton on pit road. Got lucky with that caution. And let's just make sure that if he does decide to come back in, he doesn't have any more issues. The 22 coming down of Joe. Got to be heartbreak. Ooh, that was dicey between the 13-48. Luckily, they was in the... Ooh, and now Joe makes contact with the 13. A little bit of slight contact. Make sure to unclick that faster. But now having to back up. Man, Joe having no luck here. Let's go take a look again. Joe having more trouble on pit road. He was bringing that 22 in. Man. Can't catch a break here tonight. We got a car coming out. Joe's going to try to turn in. It just doesn't have it clear. And right in that left side door. He has got a mess going on tonight. He'll bring it back out onto the racetrack. But let's see if we can get an in-car interview with Joe Weaver, because his night all the way up to the pit stop was going so well. And ever since then, nothing but issues for Joe in the 22 camp. Let's talk to him. Wow. I don't even know what to say about that, man. That's just unfortunate. Unfortunate for Joe there in the 22. Had such a great starting spot. Make sure we're not coming back to green here. I want to try to grab him while we're coming to green. Oh, lights are off. Well, we'll wait till next time. We're a little late on pulling him here. We're going to leave him going here. But man, oh man. So, resetting here. The 112 leads. Who is going to be in second? Some wave around cars. Stuff of the sort. Going to be Calvin and Kevin down that leads. Matthew Fleming, Casey, Matthew, and Jared back there in 6. That's your top 6 at the end of 31 laps here tonight. Wow. So what an evening it's been so far. We'll get ready to fire them back up here in the Xtreme iRacing Cup Series. Round number 1 from Daytona has been definitely interesting all night. So, let's see what we can do here. How we're going to manage this double file. Once again here tonight, 31 of 150 or 120 laps complete. Again, if our math that tells us they should be coming back in around lap, I would say 52, and the lights back on the pace car here. The lights back on the pace car. We'll be right back with you in the booth in a moment. Alrighty, as we get ready to go green once again, it's going to be 32, 33 going on the board with the estimated 4 more stops here tonight. Hey, what, these guys cannot afford to have any more trouble on pit road, especially your pole sitter here that was coming in tonight in trouble right here with 32 complete with issues on pit road, both under green and under caution. But as we come back to green here, green flag will wave, 33 on the board. Kevin, everybody's going to dive for the inside here. So up front, a couple cars diving down, getting in the line. 33 on the board here tonight. Another 22 lap stint coming up. Remember, we should be at lap 55-ish when we come back down for another stop. So estimated stop now at 55 would be around about the time they would have to stop again. Meanwhile, up front, Kevin, Matthew Fleming, Casey, Jared, James, Rusty, and J.R. Miller all in the top 10 here tonight. Austin Johnston, Kellyton, Ravens, and Mr. Phillip there as well. 34 on the board of the 120 scheduled here tonight. Calvin leads here at Daytona. Beautiful looking race car out front, that blue and yellow machine leading right now in round number 1 here tonight. And again, after tonight, we'll be off for a week and then we'll be back for round 2. But right now, we got a battle for the race lead. It's going to be Matthew going to the front in the Valvoline number 11 machine. Who's going to add their name to the winner list here tonight at Daytona? Well, over the first 35 laps, it's been eventful, I can say that. As we run halfway down into the tri-oval once again, Matthew challenged the outside with James right there in the 38 with him. Both cars looking to jump to the bottom here. Both cars looking to go to the inside lane, can't do it. Again, that inside line with Calvin fighting back in that 112 machine. Again, 35 of the 120 laps complete here from Daytona International Speedway. 35 of the 120 scheduled here tonight. The 38 top side stuck right behind the 11. 38 on the top with the 11. Those two trying to train their way to the front. Help with them right now is the 78 machine of Miller. Miller, nice pull to the back bumper of the 11. So Miller, big push here to the Valvoline machine top side. 37 on the board this time by. Miller top side, big pull here. Great job, nice run going. Right now, Miller up front in that number 11 machine. We got trouble. It's a 38 going around. Trouble out of turn number 4. I just seen a yellow machine get turned out of turn number 4. We're going to try to see who that was. Caution now waves. One car getting turned around, and that is going to be Casey in the 31. Thought it was a 38 there. Going back to look at it off of turn number 4. He runs into trouble here. What happened here? Casey's going to get hooked. Oh, tried to make an evasive move and just ran out of room. Casey gets turned around with the 8. Doesn't look like he got into the inside safer barrier pretty hard there. That will be a fast repair for the driver of that number 31 for sure. He backed that thing into the wall a ton, and he will have to use a fast repair here tonight. The yellow back out here at lap 38. Quick succession of yellows here tonight. The yellow back out. Casey, Harold, everybody getting going. We'll get a restart once again in the 31. Let's see if we can talk to Casey in that 31 machine after that incident. And that David Hall Racing team down there. They didn't get caught up here. Hey Casey, Matt up here in the booth. You got a copy on it, buddy. Alrighty, man. Well, I tell you what, got turned around there, just kind of ran out of room and backed it in the fence. You think you'll have to use, whoa, you got trouble there in front of you too. You think you'll have to use a fast repair?
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to use my fast repair here. I didn't want to, but I think I'm going to have to.
Well, of course, down there in that David Hall Racing camp, of course, David not here tonight, unfortunately. Hope everything's going well with that situation. But what do you think you got to do to get that machine back up front again?
Well, hopefully I can just draft with some fast guys here and hopefully get back up there soon.
Alrighty, man. Well, I'm going to let you go because you're headed towards pit road, but best of luck to you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Alright, Casey, there's the 31 getting turned around there. Seen an incident under caution there as well while they was getting lined up down the pit road. Goes Casey, 39 of the 120 complete here tonight at Daytona International Speedway. And so, folks, we'll be right back with you in the booth here in a moment. Alrighty, folks, out front right now as we get ready to come back to green, it will be Robert Fitzpatrick Sr. that will bring them down for the restart lap number 40 here on the board here at Daytona International Speedway. About 20 laps away from halfway here tonight in round number 1 of the NASCAR Xtreme iRacing Series from Daytona International Speedway. Again, they will be off next week. We'll be back in 2 weeks, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, at that point we head off to Homestead Miami Speedway for round number 2 of the NASCAR Xtreme iRacing Series. Well, as we get ready to go, you see the 31 of Casey was involved in that caution. Another person's had pretty rough luck here in the last little bit was your pole sitter. Of course, having trouble on pit road, but he has made a nice recovery with these yellows and such, and back up. What do you know? The P7. So, Joe, nice recovery in the Havoline machine. Car looks pretty clean. Still got a shot at it in the number 22 machine. Again, earlier on in the night, ended up on pit road. Actually stuck. Something happened there on pit road. Couldn't get off pit road. Was stuck there for a little bit. Went a couple of laps down. And it's Robert Fitzpatrick Jr. or Sr. that will lead them to green. On the outside, driver of that number 8 Hooters machine. Of course, Phillip driving a Hooters car. Who would figure that? In that number 8, it's going to be Phillip up there in P2. All right, folks, we're coming to green here, so I'm going to crank it up one more time here tonight from Daytona. folks, back here live at Daytona International Speedway. The battle up front's getting tricky as they head into turn one. 2 wide for the race lead right now. You seen it during that crank it up segment. They were all over each other. Right now it's Calvin on the outside trying to get back to the race lead. He's got help with him. Looks like that's the one that's going to work with him to the front. Harold, and they're showing his skills up to the front of the pack. Here comes Casey. A couple more working their way through top lane. Coming alive here after 44 laps. Again, we've been mostly green flag here tonight. Phillip back there in the Hooters machine. He dropped like a rock here. What happened to Phillip? During that crank it up, something happened with Phillip here. He was in that top 3, and let's see what happened to that Hooters machine to Phillip. Gonna drop like a stone here. And just get down there on the apron. No, I'm good. I'm gonna go to the back. So basically, just decided to get the out of the hurricane there that was the front of this field. But right now, 44 120 complete. Tell you what, a bunch of America right now in the midst of a winter storm. I think we got another one on the horizon. It's called Winter Storm, big one at Daytona. As these fields right now working their way through. And I tell you what, they're getting pretty antsy here halfway. And remember, folks, this field only has one fast repair to use. And if you get in trouble, use that one. You get another incident, you're done for the evening. So with only one fast repair, you got to keep that in mind, even though you want to get up there and race. It's so hard to get up there and ride for the first 110 laps. You want to go race, right? It's just difficult to restrain yourself. You got to show a lot of restraint as a driver not to get up there and get up there in the mix and do what the Hooters machine that Phillip did, and that was go to the rear. That takes a lot of restraint. But Dustin, man, I seen your comment, buddy. I think you're out of tonight's race. You're out restoring power with the storm. Well, man, be safe out there, and you guys do a great job when you're needed there with situations like that to get power back on as quick as y'all can. But man, be safe up there. Take care of yourself, as we're gonna continue. 46 of 120 complete. Right now, 46 of 120 complete. Battle for the race lead right now. 46 of 120 in the books. Here from Daytona International Speedway, Calvin up here battling for the race lead in the 112. And Casey back there as well. 47, 48 on the board this time by. 47, 48 on the board this time by at Daytona. Field works the outside lane. Now they'll look to go to the bottom. Great job. Little shortcut to the inside here, and it's going to be a couple of them getting in the line. The 31 and the 112 to the bottom. That's Casey, and we've seen Casey turned around into the inside wall. Not that long ago, but he's able to keep that thing going. We know he used a fast repair here, so he's got to be careful up there. Being around the front of this pack right at the moment, as we're just shy of halfway. And not only that, we'll be coming up on pit stops once again here in the not so distant future. So, here we sit, 48 complete of the 120 tonight. It's Calvin, Casey, J.R. Miller in your top 3. Let's go hop on board the 48 with Robert Fitzpatrick and Senior here. See what he sees as they work their way through that Ally Financial 48, working the bottom underneath the beer nut machine 88 of Matthew Fleming trying to hold on to the top side. 49 on the board this time by. .49 of 120 complete. Calvin up front right now. And right now everybody working their way through right now, doing a wonderful job keeping it pretty clean here tonight, I have to say. across the board. Everybody doing a wonderful job keeping it clean. Keith or Kevin back here in the 32, the Yingling machine. Howard right there holding on, the 32 back here. And then Harold right there as well. Dropping back here in the back of the pack, we got some interesting characters. There is that Los Angeles native of Jared right here running 18th here tonight, started second. As went to the back, kind of rode back here most of the race. Interviewed him before the race and he talked about keeping the car clean. He's doing just that so far through the first 50 laps of the scheduled 120 here tonight. Some moves starting to be made up front. Calvin leads the 27 machine. Mark right there on the top side. He's got help coming with Casey. Casey on the, actually help coming not with Casey, but J.R. Miller. J.R. Miller right there working that outside lane as well. On board with J.R. as they both trying to work their way up to the race lead. And to the bottom is Calvin and that Goodyear number 1 and 1 and 2. And then Calvin doing a great job holding the bottom right now, working the inside lane, doing a wonderful job keeping it clean here tonight. Calvin back out front. He's got help with the 31. Now let's see if we get a rear end view of that 31 with the one of Harold. You can see clearly he did use that fast repair on that machine. But Casey took care of the problem he had. Casey right there in front of him. Beautiful looking spoiler. Nothing wrong with that car at all right now with that fast repair. And again, we're 51 completed, 120 here tonight. Just shy of halfway as we work our way through. Turns 1 and 2, single file starting to work out up front. 52 on the board. We're 13 laps into this stint. For the drivers that pitted, but Fitzgerald Sr., he's going to have a problem here as he's going to have to dive to pit road here in the next lap or two, and he's going to have no help coming with him, and that's going to be a problem. Coming to complete 22. Let's see what he does here. He'll stay out another lap. He's got to be hoping for a caution here. If he has to come down by himself, it's going to kill him lap time wise. So Robert Fitzpatrick Sr. in a little bit of a bind here, working lap 23 of his stint. We did have those caution laps. He can probably go a few laps further. But again, when he does come down, he is going to have to come down all by his merry lonesome. He's going to have no help here in the 48 Ally Financial machine here under this round of stops again. And that is just, that's heartbreaking as a driver as we got a battle for the race lead here. Fitzpatrick Sr. going to stay out another lap. Meanwhile, the 27, he'll go the race lead with help from the 88 machine. Man, oh man, Matthew Fleming, great push there on the top lane. Again, these front drivers are probably another 10 laps or so themselves away from having to stop here. And I would expect to see Fitzpatrick Sr. here on pit road here in the next lap or two. And this is where the drivers behind him's got to be aware that the 48's got to come down. The 18-6 rolling up the 6, actually getting in the wall. I think he's communicating right now. He needs to come down. Everybody giving them plenty of space, and there he peels off all by his lonesome here. Nobody to help Robert Fitzpatrick Sr. Nobody at all, except for Phil here in the 8, but he's going to be too far back to help. Let's see if Phil comes in. There he comes, the Hooters machine. Also on this pit strategy with Robert. Both those cars coming in here at lap number 55 of the 120. Now the rest of the field are about 10 laps away, I would say, from coming down, but we got a lead change, and that is the 27 out front. And oh man, this is getting dicey. The Beer Nuts machine all over the back bumper of the 27. That was Matthew Fleming giving it all he could there to push him forward. So here we go. Fitzpatrick Sr. off of pit road. Phillip off of pit road, but they're going to be separated. Phillip already 1 lap down. The pack done got around him. And this is not going to be good. And I'm afraid Phil just got an unsafe pit road entry. We've seen him come up above the yellow lines here. We'll have to see. We'll have to serve a pass-through penalty for that. Oh, the pack up on Robert, and Robert was in the middle of the racetrack. Really great job by the pack of splitting Robert there. That could have been disastrous for this front pack. But everybody manages to get around it okay and starting to work their way back. Single file once again. Let's check on Phillip, see if he comes back down. Because I do believe he came up above that yellow line, which would be a unsafe pit road exit. And here, no. Let's see here, because comes out of pit road. See what happens here. Hey, he thought better of it. He may have saved himself there. That was close to being an unsafe pit road exit. Let's see if he was actually able to save himself there before he got the penalty. Meanwhile, up front, Calvin leads with Casey in second. And don't forget, earlier tonight, we've seen Casey turned around backwards into the inside wall. Now running second here. Help coming top lane. Here they come. That Mark leading this pack, I believe, as they work their way top line right now. 2 laps away from halfway here tonight. And roughly 5 away from another round of green flag stops for your race leaders. Which in theory should put Phil and Robert back on the lead lap at least. But they're going to be way, way behind the rest of the pack here. So 59 on the board of the 120 here tonight. This is not a good situation here for Phil and Robert. Fitzpatrick Sr. got kind of off on the pit stops, and it is costing them here with 59 on the board. So they have turned 59 laps here tonight. We continue to run here at Daytona International Speedway. Out front right now is the driver of Calvin. Ruff leading here, 59 on the board. Next time by, cross flags from the flagman. It'll give them halfway through this event at Daytona in the Xtreme iRacing Series. Daytona 250, round 1 of 38 here this season. Taking this league all the way through September here on Xtreme Sim TV. Boy, oh boy, is it going to be a fun year out of this league. We had a blast in the duels. We're seeing the same thing here tonight in the 250 here. And 60 on the board. So we're going to stop here with a roughly, let's take a look at our stint time actually. Where we're at here, we're about 3 laps away from a green flag stops. So if we stay so we should be stopping around lap 87 and 107. That'd be your 2 final stops of the evening if we come around 63 here. So again, these guys will have 2 more stops to be made here tonight. Again, stopping at 87 and 107, or 108, 109, somewhere in there, respectfully, for these leaders here. And everybody up front doing the single file train. We got a couple of cars mid-pack trying to dive out. But here they come. Everybody to pit road on cue. 22 laps in, and everybody nice and easy down pit road. Good stop for the front of the field. 61, second round of stops here tonight, green flag style. And surprisingly, no big issues as far as contact under green coming to pit road. And that was a big front pack coming down. Now the rest of everyone else will pretty much do the same. The one on pit road. The rest of the field going to do the same here as they work their way out of turn 4, and then it'll kind of cycle back out again. Here they come. Everybody down, you see Fitzpatrick Sr. on the outside. A little bit hot there for the 22 maybe, but he's able to whoa it up. And here's what I'm interested in. This 22 machine of Joe Weaver. Remember, the first stop of the night under green, it went horrible for him. He's stop number 2, roll into the box. He'll go up on the rights. We go again, up on the rights here. What's going to happen? Much, much better for the 22. The good stop there for the 22 machine. He will take over. A good restart here. Jared officially the first car off of pit road. And this pack might actually be faster than the first pack. Here comes some of the first pack through. Single file, and this is going to split this field up quite a bit. See Jared merging back out on the racetrack, and everyone split up. Everybody kind of split up right here. 63 complete. Austin Johnston back here. 13 of Clayton Craves. Matthew Fleming, Kevin Downs. Everybody a little bit spread out throughout the field here. So it'll take it a little bit for these packs to start forming back up. 64 on the board. But another generally good round of stops here. Trouble in the tri-oval. A big issue, and Fitzpatrick's in it. And that is the 9 of Willie Yates. Caution is going to be out. That's going to be a fast repair for sure on the 48 and 9. Yellow out here, 64 complete. We just got done bragging how they did it under green flag stops. And on board with the 9. Ooh, just got turned. Looked like by the 24. We'll go take another look at it here in a moment. And just never was able to get it straight. Fitzpatrick gets into him. And that is what is going to bring out caution yet again. And it was the 9 machine. It's bragging how good they did under these green flag stops. It looks like they're cruising right there. The 24 may have just not realized how hard he was going to hit him here and just turned him hard to the outside wall. Look at him try to chase this car. Pack of 3 coming. They get by. Fitzpatrick Sr. nowhere to go. So unfortunately for Fitzpatrick Sr. and Willie Yates, that's going to be a fast repair on both of those machines. That Ally Financial machine and that number 9 machine. Wow. See, the 9 was lucky enough to be able to drive it back, and he's got smoke pouring out of that machine. Fitzpatrick went ahead and towed the car, so he's going to go a lap down at least. That 9's still trying to make it back to pit road. That car all torn up. And it will be a stop here for the 9 here at lap 65. And as soon as he gets in his box, we'll talk to him here. Oh, that 9 machine, heavy duty impact. And let's talk to the 9 if we can. And first thing here, let's see. I will yet. Brought it in. Mr. Yates, Matt up here in the booth. You got a second to talk, bud?
What's going on?
Oh, not much, man. Well, your buddy in the 24 tried to give you a little bump and a little help. Ended up turning that car sideways and then hard into the looks like it was Fitzpatrick come along and nailed you hard there.
Yeah, he said he didn't mean to. I was on older tires also, so I mean, it probably got me a little swirly, but it's all good. I mean, first race of the season, it's nothing to complain about. I mean, 20 more races, we could go out here and try again.
Well, you did a great job trying to gather that car up there as you were getting turned around there, but you just kind of lost it there. And like I said, it's so hard to gather that up when that happens, man.
Yeah, it's all good. I mean, it's Daytona. It happens. Ain't nothing you can do about it. Move on to next week, next race, and hopefully finish better there.
And Foreman, we'll eat best of luck next week. We'll move you back up to full throttle chat. But again, good luck next time out, my friend.
Appreciate you, buddy.
There you go. That's what happened there with Willie getting involved as well. Let me grab him again and get him back up there to the bad dance. Dang, y'all are way up. There we go. All right, we got it. 66 to 120 complete here tonight from the Daytona International Speedway. And looky here who's back out front in the 8. But the problem is, still going to be off strategy of everybody else. And this is going to be interesting. I better get ready to go that green. Having a 120 in the books. Starting to double file back out. The old will bring them down this time. Everybody else will fall in line here. And again, we got a long way to go here tonight. Just past halfway. And what do you say we do a little bit of crank it up here for the restart from Daytona? Alrighty, folks, back here once again, and we got trouble on the racetrack as we come back from Crank It Up, and it's the 24 machine involved, and yet another accident. Austin Johnson involved. Looks like Patrick wrapped up in this one. Go back and take a look at it here, and we'll get an eye on what happened. Go back out lap 72. Through the middle, Austin just misjudged it, and nowhere for the Hooters number 8 car to go. Austin misjudged it. Phillip comes along and smackaroni. Nothing he could do about it. Let's hop on board for the view from this Hooters machine. Austin there was just trying to go 3 wide with the 18 through the middle and take a look at it. The trouble that's going to happen up in front. Oof, that 18 clips the wall, and oh man, nowhere at all for Phillip to go. Wow. Huge impact for Phil. That's going to be a fast repair on that number 8 machine. And as he's blowing smoke, let's see if we can go get a word with Phil. He'll make it back to pit road, I'm pretty sure. But huge impact there with nowhere to go. And you got a feel there for Phillip, man. Holy macaronis. What an impact for that number 8 Hooters machine. Brings the car to pit road. He'll have to get a fast repair. Luckily for him, though, again, much like we've seen earlier, are able to make it back to pit road and not having to use a fast repair here. Or not having to tow, excuse me. So he's got a fast repair. That's going to be good. He'll get the car back off of pit road. We'll talk to Phil in just a moment. See what he had to say about that little mishap. We'll put it that way. Off pit road he comes. Hey Phil, Matt in the booth. You got a copy? Hey Phil, man, it's Matt up in the booth. You got a copy? Don't think Phil can talk to us. I don't think he has a button map to do it. But what a impact into the outside wall there for Phillip. We'll let him go back up there, and we'll try to talk to the 24 machine if he can get a word on what happened there. And there were 3 wide cars getting wrapped up in it. Polishing out on the racetrack once again. So, and everyone will get ready to go once again here in a moment. Here on the Xtreme IRACING coverage of the Xtreme iRacing NASCAR series. Here, and we're going to actually take a look here. I'm going to get the schedule pulled up. There we go. The schedule is pulled up, but let's take a look at where we're going after this affair here at Daytona. Again, we'll head off. We'll have next week off. Then we'll head over to, on March the 1st, we head to Homestead Miami Speedway. Then, March the 8th, we head off to the iRacing Speedway for the Great Crips 500. Then down to Las Vegas on March the 15th. March the 27th, Rockingham. March the 29th, Atlanta. And then on April the 5th, this field heads to Bristol Motor Speedway. And that is the first little bit of this series. And again, we will run all the way up till November the 8th. Season finale at Nashville Speedway. And we take a look at this round of 16 and what we got to look forward to this year, round of 16 at Darlington, Iowa, and Bristol, September 6th, 13th, and 20th. Round of 12 starts. We go to Vegas, Talladega, and Charlotte. And then it's off to Texas, Kansas, Martinsville, and Nashville. 2 short tracks to round out the 2021 NASCAR Xtreme Cup Series season. Wow. So what a stacked lineup we got coming up later on in the year. Right now, though, we got to go back to Daytona land. Get this whole thing underway once again. and it's going to be a new race leader here tonight, the 15 machine. We haven't seen him up front all night. That Power Pro machine, light still on the pace car here tonight, with 74 of the 120 complete here from the Daytona International Speedway. And we take a look at Ruff. He's led the most laps here tonight. 31 laps led on the season for Ruff, or on the night for Ruff at least. And again, folks, don't forget, next Monday they will be off. We will not have a race. We will be back here the week after for round number 2 of the year. So the Daytona 250 getting ready to get back underway. The NASCAR Xtreme iRacing Series will restart here with 76 on the board. The 76 on the board right now. Coming to green here this time by. Of 120 laps complete from the Daytona International Speedway here tonight. And when we get this race restarted once again, keep in mind this field only has one fast repair, and we've already seen a couple of incidents here tonight. But luckily, for the most part, everybody has been all right. And it's been pretty easy on these guys. And we take a look at some of these craziness that's happened here tonight. As we get ready to roll one more time here. Up near the front right now. Field off of turn 4. Joe Weaver, pole sitter J.R. Miller up there. Jordan Stencil right there as well. So here we go. Green flag going to be in the air. It's going to be 76 of the 120 scheduled on the board here tonight from Daytona International Speedway. And right now, everybody back up to speed. Stencil leads here. The Weaver going to jump in the line, or try to get down in line if he can. It's going to be Miller to third. J.R. Miller, great job up into the top 3. Down halfway down the back straightaway right now. Everybody up front right now. Great run at the front of the pack. Here comes the 112 coming through as well. The 22 Havoline machine stuck on the outside. Nowhere to go. He's got help from the 31. That's Casey up there on the top lane. Down the front straightaway they go. 77 and 120 complete. 77 of 120 laps complete here tonight at Daytona International Speedway in the Xtreme iRacing Series. Daytona 250. Everybody hanging on right now, fighting their way halfway down the back straightaway. 15 to 78 to 22 to 31. Your top 4 cars right now. These top 4 under a blanket right now at Daytona International Speedway. 78 on the board this time by. 78 of 120 laps complete here tonight. Right now, Jordan leads, Stencil out front, Joe Weaver in second, J.R. Miller in third. As we all fight down the back straightaway once again. Everybody hanging on. 78 of 120 complete here tonight. Halfway down the back they go. Both lanes working hard. Up front, Jordan Stencil leads. The 22 of Joe Weaver right there as well. 78 of 120 laps complete here. working our way down the back straightaway or front straightaway once again here tonight. And what a night it has been. 79 of 120 laps complete here tonight. So as we work our way, 79 and 120 in the books. Everybody hanging on right now, fighting their way through. Up front, Stencil leads. Miller second right now. 80 on the board this time by. A little bit of diciness going on to it here. Everybody managing to hang on. 80 laps going to be on the board this time by. Could be 40 laps to go here from the Daytona International Speedway. As right now, Stencil leads the way right now in front of the pack. It's Miller right there with him. Outside lane led by Weaver and Casey, I believe that is. Right there with him as well. Everybody doing a wonderful job keeping these cars clean here over the first 80 laps of the 120 here tonight. Again, last week we ran 60 in the duels. We've now went 20 laps further than the combined duel races last week. Everybody now has survived to this point. Now, what do you do? Man, these guys putting on a show up front. Single file, double file up front right now. 80 of the 120 complete. 81 of 120 laps complete here tonight. Miller, Calvin, Weaver. Your top four here. Casey there as well. 81 complete this time by. Can anybody make a move anywhere down the back straightaway here? Double file it is, and a great battle up front between Weaver, Stencil, Casey, Matthew, all of them up here in the top 8, 9, 10 spots now. Taking a look at old Rusty back here in the number 6, hanging on. Kevin Dowd back there as well. Cole Thomas right here in the mix also has kept that car pretty clean all night long. The number 66 of Cole Thomas. What about Dakota Todd back here as well? Back half of the field is starting to go single file. Taking a look at our Los Angeles native, Jared back here. Started second here tonight, currently 19th. I know he wanted to take care of that car, but he's got to start to work his way forward here, late in the going here at Daytona. Now look at this. Your race leader is going to have to come to pit road running that off strategy again. I just don't see this strategy panning out. Running these off strategies like this, he'll have to dive down before the rest of the pack. We'll wait and see when he decides to head for pit road and see if he can get down cleanly. That's going to be the question there. Of course, your race leader right there on the inside lane, he's in the right lane at least. Problem with this being, when you have to dive down like this, it's always tricky as you see cars starting to move around behind him. Got these cars that don't have to. We're looking at the Power Pro machine out front, looking to come to pit road. This could be tricky more for everybody behind him than it is even for him, and that's going to be the hard part. We'll put 25 on the cent this time by. Fuel will be needed on board, and that's going to be the really hard part of this. Is when does he elect to come down? And can he do it cleanly? That's the obvious drawback to waiting like this, right? Can you do it cleanly and make it down? Now he's just going to get down on the back straightaway. Smart move. Knows he's got to come to pit road. He's going to let as many cars by as humanly possible, and then take that 15 power up machine, or Power Pro machine, to pit road. Keeping a look on him right now. Out of turn 4. And he's not going to come down this time. Got to be running kind of low on fuel here. Got to be just about on fumes here. Trying to stay out as long as he can. Hoping for a yellow to put him back on track with everybody else. That yellow does not look like it's going to come in time here. Kind of keep him from being in this situation. And furthermore, I'm not sure he can make it all the way on fuel either. And that's going to be the other problem that kind of gets posed here. We still got 36 to go. The rest of the field is going to go another 10 laps. They'll be in their swinging distance. But for him, I think he is pretty much in trouble. Cautions don't land right here for Jordan. He'll come to pit road, give up the ghost, Grant to pit road. There'll be 4 tires and fuel for him here at lap number 85. So Jordan, nice run up front, but it's going to end with him coming to pit road. He led 10 laps there in that run. Ended up coming to pit road on an off strategy. It's going to cost him dearly at the end of this race, I think. It's going to cost him dearly here, but out front, it is going to be Calvin Ruff, Joe Weaver up front leading the way right now. 86 of 120 complete here. Front pack kind of breaking apart. New race leader, give it to Calvin Ruff, of course, taking it after that one car had to go to pit road there just a moment ago. So these guys now starting to set themselves up for the end of this race with a one or more stop, and that's going to be the thing. One more time down pit road under green if we don't get a caution, and we've seen it earlier tonight. I think it was Joe Weaver that had a big problem coming down pit road earlier on in the evening. Got stuck down there and lost a ton of time. You can't have that happen now, not this late in the race. These guys are going to be pins and needles when they come to pit road here in another 10 laps or so. Got to get there, right? Is it time to go? Is it time to start pushing? That is going to be the question that this field has to answer, is when is it go time? Now, of course, in a little while, we see them up by the wall, kind of doing the single file dance up by the wall. But here tonight, we haven't seen that. What we have seen is everybody 2 packs down around the yellow line, not really getting up high, and that high lane just never really materializing that grand as far as everybody going up there. Now, I don't expect to see that over the next 33 laps. I think we're way past that point. But my point being, if you get, lap traffic. Oh, holy lap traffic. Oh, here we go. Oh, my goodness gracious. Wow, that one doing a great job of Harold to squeak his way through. Give that boy a yee-yee on that one, because he was able to somehow fit that one machine through a hole that was, wow. Let's go take a look at this yee-yee boo by the one. We'll hop on board. We're going to be a little ways back here, but they're coming up on lap traffic. And this is the moment in life where you just gotta yee-yee and go for it, because, wow. So here they come. Outside line's got a good roll here. It's Harold we're on board with. We're going to come up on this lap traffic, and this is going to get extremely dicey. Harold with possibly the move of the race here. Watch this. Hey, y'all, hold my beer. And he's going to get clipped. Up, up, down, down, zigzag, XX triangle, square, square. That's going to be your cheat code on that one. He's going to pull off. A great job by Harold. But here on lap 80, I believe it's lap 89. Wow. Gotta give him props. Now he's in the outside wall. Come on, man. Oh, Harold, hang on to it, buddy. So, here we go. 90 on the board here. Still up front. One car diving down by their lonesome there. With some great racing up front. But right now, leading the way, Calvin Ruff leads this one at Daytona with just 30 laps to go. Boy, oh boy. What a night it has been here from Daytona International Speedway in the Xtreme iRacing Series Daytona 250 on Xtreme Sim TV. A great evening of racing. And again, now out front, Ruff leads the way in the 112 machine here at Daytona. Miller to second. Harold now falling back from the 6th here. Harold might be just wanting to catch his breath here after getting kind of 2 and 3 wide there with that lap traffic he had to come through. And that was a dicey situation. Man. Harold right now hanging on. Kevin, Matthew Fleming. Everybody single file right now. Up front is going to be the 112 of Calvin Ruff. 92 of 120 complete. Calvin Ruff, J.R. Miller, Mr. Kevin right there in the top 3 as well. And that single file line starting to single out around the bottom. Kind of surprised here that we're seeing this single file develop here this late in the run or in the race for these guys. But everybody to the bottom going to hang around that inside line here with 93 of 120 complete here tonight. And 93 of 120 complete. Everybody dancing around the bottom right now. 94 on the board this time by. So 94 of 120 laps complete here tonight on Xtreme Sim TV's coverage for the Xtreme iRacing Series Daytona 250 here tonight. .94 of 120 complete here. Up in front, Calvin leads. Everybody else dropping in behind him right now. Everybody continuing to do the dance here. Look at the back of the pack. We got a little bit of jostling back there, trying to get that outside lane to kind of work. Because up front, it's a single file parade. See the 48, one of the ones is going to be the first ones. Trying their dangest to get this to work. He's 1 lap down. That's Fitzpatrick Sr. trying to get that lap back. Right now he is the first car 1 lap down. He's got that going for him at least. If he does get a caution again, Fitzpatrick Sr. involved in an accident earlier and had to tow that Ally Financial Chevrolet to pit road, get his fast repair took. Now back out there 1 lap down, kind of trapped right now, but not out of it. Again, he could get a fast repair here and be right back up in the mix before it's all said and done here. Lead changes on the night here for the Xtreme ad. Fitzpatrick, a couple cars to pit road, including Fitzpatrick. That could have been dicey, and hang on to it, buddy. Locked the brake up there, but was able to get it down. Him and Kevin both on pit road. Jordan will assume the 1 lap down slot and the lucky dog, so keep that in mind. Jordan on that different pit cycle, so keep that in mind here. 25 laps to go. Field still has to pit. They are inside their pit window here with 25 to go. Well, let's call it just outside, about 2 laps outside of their pit window putt. But nope, everybody's coming. Everybody says they can make it 25. Everybody coming down. We're going to fan them out. Ooh, this is going to get dicey. Great job by everybody on the brakes here. So, there we go. 97 and 120. Everyone to pit road for the final time here tonight at Daytona. James out front. James out front of this thing in the 38. Leads. There's the 8 of Phil. Lap down here. They're going to have to dice their way around Phil here. Great job. They're going to get to the bottom. Not really get into him. And now more cars coming to pit road out of the lead bunch. That is going to be James on pit road. So James will bring it down with 23 to go. So that should cycle your leaders for their final green flag stop of the night right there, as we have ran 98 of the 120 here tonight. Wow, oh wow, man. What a race we have seen here tonight from Daytona International Speedway. Now down to the last 23 on the evening here tonight. So 23 left to go. Everybody back out on the racetrack. Jared up front, bringing them out. Let's see how this works out for him. Where will he cycle through? Trying to get by some traffic there in front of him. I believe he went fuel only. This might work out for Jared. Here comes the pack behind him. He's going to have to get up to speed in a hurry. Not going to maintain the race lead, I don't think, but he'll definitely pick up some track position through this. Halfway down the back, you see the leader's going to come by on the outside. 3 wide, they'll split him, and no. There goes Miller through, the 88's through. But Jared definitely going to gain some track position there with fuel only. Jared's going to slot in the line there, probably around 7th or 8th. Meanwhile, up front, look who leads this race right now. It's J.R. Miller has taken over the race lead. And now we're clean and green to the end. No more pit strategy for the leaders. They just got to race this thing out for the remainder. 99 of 120 laps complete here tonight at Daytona. Down the back straightaway, look at Miller playing both lanes. Now they're going to be nearly 3 wide to 78. Of Miller to 17. Ooh, the 17's a lap down, excuse me. That's Kevin trying to hang on to his lead lap here. That cost Miller the lead. Wow, we got some dicey action up here with a lap down car trying to hang on. And Miller trying to hang on to that lead lap. He's not wanting to, or I believe that's Michael, or Kevin in the 17, excuse me, not wanting to go a lap down here. Really throwing the block on the leaders here. If I'm the leaders, I don't know how long I can put up with that. Going to be dangerous here. 2 lanes of traffic here. Ooh, the 17 high. He's going to throw the block again on Miller. And Miller's going to get tired of that in a hurry. And lap down traffic up front, trying to hang on to the lead lap, doing everything he can, hoping for a caution. But Miller cannot be happy about it. Look at the block. And this, you can't keep doing this, man. This is going to go bad. We got a leader on the apron. The 14 squeezed down. He's going to get out of it. And that right there. Folks, I'm sorry. I'm unbiased to a point as a broadcaster. That's my job. But to me, that is a black flag on that 17 machine. When you're pushing leaders down on the apron like that, you can't be doing that, man. That's affecting the outcome of the race, and we'll see if the tower does anything here. But with 20 laps to go, again, that was the 14 machine that got shuffled out of line. Now we got trouble behind them. And here is the wreck he was hoping for, to 78, 48. Into the outside wall. We got more of them wrecking here. Down through the tri-oval, and caution is out. Wow. The caution is out. That started with Fitzpatrick. Man, oh man. All that got started with that lap down car up there. And it just turned into chaos behind them. Fitzpatrick down, and he's going to get an insult to injury there. That is going to be. And David Royal luckily missing that, but let's take a look here. Well, actually, David Royal was a lap down too. He got shoved down. The lap traffic up there leading to an incident with 19 to go. And look at everybody single file back out. I don't think they'll come to pit road with just 18 laps to go. And the race leader will be Matthew there in the 88 to pit road. Joe Weaver on pit road. Wow, so some crazy action up front with the race leaders and the lap down traffic, and Miller on pit road as well. Let's talk to Miller here when he gets off pit road. Let's get his opinion on this. He's got damage out of all this craziness. Wow. Wow, J.R. Miller. Let's talk to Miller here. Oh. J.R. Miller, let's get him down here out of the PMR team. What a race so far. Hey, JR, it's Matt up here in the booth. Get a copy.
Yeah, I got you.
Alrighty, man. Well, I wanted your perspective there. It got a little dicey with some lap down cars up front there for a minute.
Yeah, I thought we were all racing pretty good there for a while, and then just, I don't know, going into 3 or 4 there, just looked like coming out that I got tagged from the bottom car and kind of pushed me right in the wall.
Yeah, I noticed too there, you're leading the pack, but the lap down car throw the block and nothing you could really do there. Kind of rough when you got a lap down car throwing a block on you.
Yeah, I mean, you got to kind of try to play nice till it's time not to play nice. So, but yeah, I had to use the fast repair there, so hopefully we can drive right back up the front and finish this thing off.
Yeah, man, well, I'm going to let you go back up there to your team. Best of luck, man.
All right.
Well, you look at the situation and everything that just occurred. There's two school of thoughts here. The lap down car was up there trying to save the race, and then, but due to blocking like that, we ended up with a lead lap car in the outside wall eventually. So you got to look at that both ways. As we come to green again, it will be 16 laps to go. Miller's going to have to make the return from the back of the pack. Miller restarts 12th from Daytona here tonight. I seen Dustin in chat pulling for J.R. Miller there as well, with 16 to go this time by here in the Xtreme iRacing Series Daytona 250. So, 17 to go. Daytona 250, race 1 of 38 here. And it's going to be the 88 of Matthew Fleming leading them for the restart. You're going to have Terry, James, Casey, Calvin, Clayton, Cole Thomas up there. Joe Weaver back there in the mix. Here we go. Green flag in the air once again. A little rough restart. For everybody there, they had a bit of problems. And I got to say, they had a little bit of problems there on that restart. And we got cars around back there, and that's going to bring the caution back out. We'll have to stack them up and do it all over again. That did not go. That was not pretty, folks. Let's go take a look at what happened. Deeper in the pack, they just all got stacked up. Caution back out with 16 to go. And that outside lane just never went. The 24 gets clipped. 8 involved. Caution back out just like that. So with that being said, the yellow's back out here at Daytona once again with 15 to go here this time by. Rash of yellows here at the end, kind of what you expect from Daytona. Action's picking up at the end here, and yellow back out once again. And now, with 16 to go here, we'll get ready for a restart here from Daytona. Alrighty, folks, we'll try this restart again with 13. Nope, watch back on the pace car. I was going to say we'll try this restart again with 13 to go, but we're not going to do that. The lights are back on the iRacing pace car. It'll give them just a minute longer to get this thing back around, get them back underway again. Wow, what a night, and here we go. Killer Gaming, and they're pulling for his dad. They're in the 83 machine, having a good run here tonight inside the top two, way into the, or excuse me, where is the 83 here? There he is, Terry right there inside the top two here. Great run here tonight. Race kind of coming to him right now with 12 to go. Terry right there on the outside. You got Matthew Fleming on the inside. James, Casey, Matthew, Calvin, Joe, Clayton, Jared, Cole Thomas, and Jordan back there in the way as well in the top 12. He led laps earlier. Man, we're coming down to the end of this thing with what should be a restart with around 12 or so to go. Now lights off on the pace car once again here. We'll get these guys back underway. The 83 of Terry, the 88 of Matthew, front row here for a restart. And man, the nerves got to be through the roof on that front row, man. It's been a long night. A lot of craziness has took place over the last 110 laps or so, and now you're down to the final 11 at Daytona. In the Daytona 250, we went through the doors all to get to here, and here we sit with 11 laps to go. So 11 to go. The Xtreme iRacing Series comes to your 11 to go marker. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. This can be good here for the end of this race, folks. Don't go anywhere. Buckle up, because we're about to have one heck of a finish here in the Daytona 250, round 1 of 38. And it comes down to this right here from Daytona International Speedway. 11 laps to go. Matthew, James, Terry, all the top three here, bringing them for the restart. Here once again, will that outside line get going this time? We will see here in a moment. We're 12 to go in the Daytona 250 for the NASCAR Xtreme iRacing Series. Green flag in the air, 11 laps to go. Great restart that time by both lanes. Everybody rolling free and clear. And now up front, Matthew Fleming leads. Behind him is going to be the 38 of James. Terry there as well. Who is going to get the win here tonight? One car below the apron back there. He's got to check up. We got trouble behind him. We will see if we stay green or if the yellow flag flies. 10 to go here. Here comes the 38 on the bottom. James right there on the inside, 31 outside of Casey. Remember, he went around into the inside wall earlier tonight as well. 10 laps to go. This time by Field crosses the stripe. Field will cross the stripe. The 88 out front of Fleming. 10 laps to go. Man, oh man, 10 laps to go. 3 wide behind them. Who will make the move and where? Double file down the back straightaway here. 2 lanes of traffic right now. The 38, 88, 112 bottom lane. 83, 31, 11 top lane. 9 to go this time by. Both lanes dead even at this point. Out of turn number 4. Out of turn 4, everybody dead even. A little bit of a switch over from the 31. Trying to find some momentum here. 9 to go. He's going to get to the back bumper of Terry. Give him a big shove in the 83. Can they get clear to the inside lane? They cannot. They're going to have to stay in line for now. business picking up here at Daytona. To keep that in mind. The time for being nice pretty much over at this point. Coming to 8 laps to go in the Daytona 250. Out front, Matthew starts to get a bit of a lead. That's exactly what he wants. Clear it. If something happens behind you, don't worry about it. Keep your eyes up front. Listen to your spotter. Look for the runs coming behind you. 8 to go this time by. They're 3 wide, middle of the pack, but they'll hang on. Very big run top side here, trying to side draft to the bottom. You want to bring that car down, try to slow that inside lane, and we got trouble. There it is, the big one at Daytona. That will be a caution, folks, without a doubt, and there it is. Mid-pack, we had trouble. Yellow out here with 7 to go. And that was the Havoline car in the middle of this pack. And it's just going to go bad for the 22. You got to feel bad there for Joe Weaver and just in the mix here. Right in front of him, and there it is, the 11. The 14's involved, the 18 involved. Everybody hard on the brakes. The 27 caught up into it. I believe the 58 missed it. Go on board with him and see it from his perspective as they were 3 wide in front of him. You just know at this point in the race, everything as hectic as it is, on board here with his perspective of this incident. Him wrecking in front of him, he's just going to get hard on the brakes here. That's all you can do. Basically comes to a stop here. Lets the car roll. Great job. Keeps it up by the apron. Let's take a look at the One Machine's view of this of Harold, who's right up in front of him. 15 there on his outside. Harold gets pinched below the yellow line right there. That would have been iffy by itself. Gets back on line. That actually may have, oh man, just nowhere to go. That 15 again plowed in there. Nothing he could have done to have missed it. Wow. That was Jordan that ended up involved on board here with Jordan as well. On board with the 15 here, he comes down. Just nothing Jordan can do here, absolutely not a thing. They're all going to come right across in front of him. The 14, the 27 right there, the 18. 27, nothing he could have done in this. And what an incident here at Daytona here with 6 laps to go. And again, they're 3 wide up in front of them. And you're going to watch how when this wreck happens, it's just going to sweep everybody up into it. Like a big sweeper here. Nowhere for anyone to go. He was behind it. Look at the track at one point. Blocked there. And great job, though, for the guys back there that did get stopped. Just had to basically stop to miss it. But they did get it missed. So with the yellow out, that's going to give Matthew Fleming the lead on the restart that will come with less than 5 to go. So the restart here, less than 5 to go from Daytona. Coming down to this after a big incident here tonight. Oh boy, oh boy. Everybody gonna get it back straightened out, ready to go again. The 83, 38, 88 will be your front 3 cars here for this restart. And basically a 5 lap, well 4 lap by the time we get the green dash to the end. So some incidents tonight has slowed this race. We're all going to get ready to go again here in a moment. This should be good here with a 4 lap dash to the end. As everyone has got to be thinking about the end of this race and how they will overcome the end here. Here we go. Everybody ready to go? 4 laps to go. This time by. This should be fun to wind this one down. With 4 laps to go from Daytona. Four laps to go from Daytona International Speedway here. Here we go. 4 to go this time by. Here we go. 4 laps to go. Everybody will come to green. Single, double file right now. Double file this time by from Daytona International Speedway. Everybody back to green. Once again, great restart up front. Everybody hanging on right now. Great restart up front. There's the 83 there as well. Great restart for the 88. He'll pull ahead. Everybody's going to try to catch up here. Big run coming behind him. It'll be 3 to go. Move to the outside. Here comes that 83 machine of Terry. He'll get the run on the top. Great move. He'll carry the momentum. Does it get him to the lead? Not quite. Won a battle up front though. Hang on to it, guys. Don't wreck it just yet. Oh man. The 83 had the run there. Had the lid off. There's the 38 through the middle. The 112 there as well. 3 wide behind them. 3 laps to go from Daytona. Right now, Matthew Fleming looking in his rear view mirror. He's got the race lead. Can he hold it? 3 wide, the 38 dropping back. No help on the outside lane. Nothing he can do there, unfortunately. Terry now with a little bit of help. Fleming out front. Looking for 2 to go this time by. Bump out front from the 31 machine of Casey. To the back bumper of the 88 of Matthew Fleming. It's going to be a drag race here off of turn number 4. When they get to the stripe this time, it's 2 to go. It'll be 5 miles left in the Daytona 250. Up front, it's going to be Fleming leading. Do they make it back around to the white flag? Here we go. 3 line up front. Fleming's got to come down and cover. It's going to give the 83 big run of Terry to the top side. Terry's got the momentum. He's got help with him if he can make it happen off of 2. Right now, Fleming's got to watch the mirror. He's got to play both lanes against each other. Half a mile or 1 mile away from the white flag. They just got to make it 1 more mile to see the white here tonight, and we will end this one green flag style. Up front, Matthew Fleming Holmes out of turn 4. What he wants to see is the white flag in the flagman's hand. And he will see it at the stripe here. 1 lap to go. Now, no matter what happens, and there they go behind him. Wrecking behind him, and Matthew Fleming will break away. White flag in the air. Terry caught up in that incident as well. Now it's Fleming. Fleming out front. Trying to hang on. Calvin behind him. Again, big wreck through the tri-oval. Move to the outside. There we go. There's the move. There's the block. Matthew back to the bottom. He's going to have to block both lanes. The 66 is going to turn him. And around he goes. Cole Thomas turning him around. Fleming around on the inside. Now it's the 112. He'll break away down the front straightaway. Coming to the checkered flag. They're going to be side by side. But it's not going to matter as they're wrecking behind him. It's Cole Thomas getting it done at Daytona. Wow. Let's go back all the way to the start of that lap where the big one happened through the tri-oval. You see it right there. The 83 gets collected. The 13. Now Fleming broke away. And look at this. Now Fleming breaks away. Matthew Fleming out front. Breaks away. Much like last night. Goes for a block. And the 66 is forcing his way in. Turns him around. And there you have it. That's it for Matthew Fleming. Let's go on board here with that 66 machine one more time down the back. And you be the judge here on what you think this was. Because he goes top and he goes bottom. He's got the run. Watch the 88 come on down, come on down, come on down. And he just forced the issue there. Unfortunately for Thomas, could not get it gathered up in time. Calvin Ruff able to battle by on the outside. And after leading 44 laps here tonight in a crazy finish, Ruff gets the checkered flag. The 75 of Michael gets second. They wreck behind them. And that's how we're going to end the Daytona 250 here tonight. Let's go talk to your race winner, Calvin Ruff. Ah, what a night. Wow. And Mr. Ruff, it's Matt in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. I sure do.
Alrighty, man. Well, you're going to drive through the insanity to get the win. And how does it feel getting the win for David Hall Racing, knowing David couldn't be here tonight? Man, oh man, what a great job.
Man, I tell you what, brother. I can't believe that it went my way. I was kind of nervous. You know, I had a really strong car most of the race, and I think I led the most laps, but I had a rocket ship, man, and I just felt really good about it. And it came down to those last laps, man. I got really nervous, and I felt bad for pushing the 38 up on the high side, but I saw the opening. I had to take it, try to get me up there as close as I could, but I couldn't have done it without my teammates, Harold, Casey, and Kevin. You know, we were all just had really good pit strategy tonight, taking 2 tires here, splash of fuel here. You know, it just all really worked out, and it feels so good to get the Raven Tire Goodyear Chevy Camaro in the victory lane tonight.
Well, you did a great job, man, in that 122 machine, making it work down the back straight away. Of course, it got a little bit crazy up in front of you. He's able to just keep it nailed, keep rolling with it, basically.
Yeah, just had to pin her down, man, and just hope for the best. You know, I felt bad for my teammate Casey. He got tangled up right there on the last lap because he had a really good chance to win this race too. But just really happy with the win. I showed it in the dual races last week that I had a really strong car in the draft. These restrictor plate tracks, man, I'm just really good at, and I'm hoping to kick some more ass this year at some more tracks. So really happy. Good way to start 2021, and let's just hope I can go in the race 2 weeks from now and dominate like I did today.
Yeah, we had the homestead in 2 weeks. Nevertheless, man, great job. Congratulations on winning the Daytona 250 here tonight, round number 1. Anybody like to thank before I let you go, brother?
Just one more time to my teammates. Just want to give a shout out to them. You know, I don't know what I'd do without them. I hope David's doing good. He had a little emergency with his wife tonight, and they're actually in the ER. So prayers to them. Hope everything's going well with them. I want to thank Phil, putting on a great league. Phil's a good dude. I think the world of him. And just a last shout out to my girlfriend. She puts up with a lot of bullshit with me and lets me enjoy my hobby, which is iRacing. So big shout out to her, and I love her to death. So
there you go, man. Well, congratulations. Great win the day after Valentine's Day, bringing home the trophy at Daytona.
Thank you, brother.
All right, Cal. There you go. Boy, oh boy, what a night. Great win there for him. If we can get to 75 down here. Talk to him as well. There he is. I'll find him in just a moment, folks. Bear with me, just look through Discord, trying to get everybody gathered up. What a night. I can't say enough what a crazy night that was. Man, I gotta take a breath here. Incident right there coming to the checkered. Michael comes home second. Let's talk to him. Hey, Michael, Matt up here in the booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Alrighty, man. Well, you went through the craziness, coming home second here tonight. Great start to the year for you.
Oh yeah, it was fun. You know, a little nerve wracking. I got caught up in a little incident early in the race, but thank God for the fast repair. I was able to get my car all situated and saved it to the last like 20 laps to go. So, and then the final last caution happened right in front of me. Like, oh no, there goes my fast repair. But I was able to escape that and somehow bring it home second. My teammate helped me out a little bit, so
Well, man, I tell you what, you did a great job. Just got through all the chaos and made it work, buddy.
thank you.
Oh, man, coming home second night. Anybody you'd like to thank?
My teammates, Andrew, Matt, James, my spotter, Mark, and James Catrone. Pretty much my girlfriend for letting me do this, and Phil for putting on the league, and for you
10,
broadcasting too.
10-4, man. I appreciate it. Great job, Michael, coming home second here tonight. Great start to the year, buddy.
Thank you, sir.
All right, let's get Rusty down here, finishing P3 here tonight. Where is Rusty? There he is. Hey, Rusty, Matt up here in the booth. You got a copy?
Hey, Matt, how are you?
I'm doing all right, man. Well, you squeaked through, made a little contact there at the line with the 75, but coming home third here tonight.
Yeah, it was a good finish, wasn't it? Pretty happy with it, especially starting P20 with about 18 laps to go. I was a little scared there, but made a good push towards the end.
Well, you definitely did. You made a good push there, and of course, coming to the line, maybe if y'all hadn't got together, maybe you could have got up there and done something with Ruff. But man, just to make it through that last lap, really, with all the carnage that took place, took
That's
some
pretty
great
intense,
skill
huh?
in driving. Yeah, it did. That was nuts.
Hey, and a lot of luck. A lot of luck. No, good finish. Good job, everyone tonight. Fantastic racing by everyone. I was really proud of everyone. Really happy with everyone's performance tonight.
Well, man, you did a wonderful job. Top 3. You go to Homestead here in 2 weeks. Good momentum. You'll come out third in the points, it looks like, after tonight. So a great way to start the year.
Heck yeah. Well, we'll see y'all down in Florida, I guess.
10-4. I'll see you at Homestead here in 2 weeks, my friend.
All right. Thanks, Matt.
All righty, man. Well, folks, after an extreme night living up to the name of the Xtreme iRacing Series, we come to the night's close of the Daytona 250 here tonight. And folks, they did not disappoint. Keep in mind they'll be off next Monday night, but we'll be back in 2 weeks with round 2 of the NASCAR Xtreme iRacing Series from Homestead, Miami, Florida. As always, it's been Matt in the booth with you here tonight, bringing you all the action. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Everyone stay safe, have a great night, and God bless. See you.